Welcome to Lights Camera Cricket. The final stage game of the IPL is over, and it is Mumbai who grabbed the final playoff spot by completely dismantling and defeating Hyderabad by a massive 9-wicket margin. Hyderabad batsmen seemed to succumb under pressure in their must-win game as the host lost wickets at regular intervals. Lokesh Rahul top-scored for Hyderabad with 25 runs. The hosts were bundled out for just 113. Mitchell McClenaghan starred for Mumbai with figures of 3 for 16. Chasing 114 for a berth in the playoffs, Parthiv Patel and Lyndon Simmons got Mumbai off to a great start. Simmons and Parthiv added 106 runs for the first wicket before Karan Sharma removed Simmons for 48 runs. But that was too little, too late, as Mumbai won the match comprehensively by 9 wickets to enter the playoffs. Great all-round performance by Mumbai out there, batting and bowling completely dominating the Hyderabad side. Let us take a look at who our player of the day was. Without doubt, it has to be the brilliant bowling of Mitchell McClenaghan. 4 overs, 16 runs, and he picked 3 wickets at an economy rate of just 4. As far as our over of the day is concerned, that one has to go to Suchit. He bowled the 10th over where he picked up 2 wickets and just gave away 4 runs. And after that, the points tables looks like this. All the 4 playoff spots have been grabbed, and Mumbai in fact reached the 2nd position with that win. Chennai, Mumbai at the top, Bangalore and Rajasthan complete the teams which have qualified for the playoffs. We are joined by Nikhil Chopra in the studio, as well as in fact Saurav Ganguly joins us from Kolkata. Nikhil, I will come to you first. Great all-round performance out there by Mumbai. You know, it was a crunch game, a very difficult one out there. Both teams, a knockout game out there. Mumbai is the team which came out on top, flying as far as batting is concerned, and bowling. Their bowlers simply phenomenal today.
Well, very clinical. You know, pressure game. They had to go out there, pull up their socks, put the best foot forward. You know, and the way the start came from Malinga, as well as the left-arm medium pacer McClenaghan. You know, ever since he's been given an opportunity to play in the IPL, he's grabbed that opportunity with both hands, and he hasn't looked back. Picking wickets early on, that's allowed the spinners to come into the game and, you know, literally dominate proceedings. Absolutely fantastic. And for Hyderabad, I think, Radhika, not the best of days to have your worst day in the tournament. You know, like you said, virtual knockout to qualify for the playoffs, and 113, not enough runs on board for your bowlers to go out there and defend.
You know, Dada, in fact, the Hyderabad batting completely succumbed in front of the bowlers today. Mitchell McClenaghan being one of them. Lasith Malinga was phenomenal too, as well as Suchit. So completely, Mumbai decided to take the game up to Hyderabad, and their batsmen just could not stand in front of the Mumbai bowling today.
As I said, you know, if you remember at the start of the show, I said Mumbai had the momentum. So I was backing Mumbai to win this game. I think Hyderabad was under pressure after the loss of the last game. You know, it's a game which they should have won. David Warner took that catch and went over the ropes. And you just see how small things are very important in reaching the quarterfinals or semi-finals of a big tournament. Had he taken the catch, Hyderabad wouldn't have come to this position. But the moment he stepped on the rope in the last game, he knew pressure was on Hyderabad, because it was a do-or-die game. When you lose 2 back-to-back matches, which are so important to qualify, just like KKR did in their 2 back-to-back matches in Mumbai and CCI, you get under pressure and you don't qualify. So the Sunrisers missed out once again, and I think the 4 best teams of the competition have qualified to the last 4.
You know, Dada, 113 was never a very difficult target to chase down out there for Mumbai, but their batsmen really did do a good job of actually, Simmons did get out, but out there at the top, Lyndon Simmons and Parthiv Patel formed that partnership. They would have probably won by 10 wickets. Mumbai would be disappointed to in fact lose that 1 wicket.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. They'll be even thinking about that. They'll be happy that they've qualified as second in the group, because RCB was second before this game and Mumbai beat Sunrisers and qualified as the second team. Now when you qualify as the second team, you get 2 chances to get to the final. So it will not just be 1 game for the Chennai Super Kings and the Mumbai Indians, 2 opportunities to get to the final, and I think that will be a very relieving factor for the Mumbai Indians, and that's why I say that loss of 1 wicket will really matter, and they won't even bother about it.
You know, Nikhil, going into the playoffs now, Mumbai will obviously be happy, like you said, by the clinical performance of everybody today. So up top, obviously, the openers performed their task of getting to the total, and the bowlers were phenomenal today. We've spoken about them. What do you have to say? McLenigal obviously did a great job, but Lasant Malinga out there was brilliant too, and even Suchit did a great job.
Well, phenomenal. I guess, you know, when you pick wickets with the new ball, Radhika, as a spinner, you know, you've got the opposition literally where you want them because they're looking to rebuild an innings and very quickly, you know, couple of good deliveries, put some extra bit of pressure. The youngsters bowled well in the tournament with the opportunities that he's got. I guess he's got a good man in Harbhajan Singh to be as his mentor, as his role model. Because when you're playing the number of matches you're going through different situations. So you need an experienced campaigner, and someone like Harbhajan Singh, you know, who's been there, done that at a world stage, will always help, you know, Suchit, and learning with Harbhajan Singh. I'm sure in the years to come, he's got a great amount of potential. I guess this is the learning curve and he'll do well.
In fact, Nikhil, let's take a look at the pitch map of Suchit now, because he did bowl a very good spell today. He picked all those wickets, didn't give away too many runs. Tell us, what is it that he did right today?
Well, I guess you look at the number of deliveries that he's bowled in the good length area, you know, well within the stumps. And the important thing is when you're playing in a tournament like this, if you cut out the 4 balls or the 6 balls, in the sense that you stop giving freebies, you put some pressure on the opposition, and you are bound to get hit. The format, the tournament is such, you know, T20, it's such a fast pace, but as long as you're putting in the right areas, you have opportunity. If you're going to get hit for a 6, let the ball sail over the fielder's head. That makes a difference, because if the batsman missed times, Radhika, you've got an opportunity to pick up a wicket.
Nikhil, how would you compare that to the bowling of Mitchell McLenigan today? Let's take a look at his pitch map as well. He was phenomenal, completely phenomenal. He's bowled a brilliant spell, picked all those wickets. It was so impossible for the batsman to play him.
Well, true. When you're swinging the ball, you know, early on in the innings, it makes a difference. You get that ball to talk in the air, and with a little bit of pace and bounce, you can trouble the batsman, and I think that's exactly what he did with that you know, shot that he forced David Warner to play that went down to third man area. It just goes to show he surprised somebody like a David Warner, who's, you know, literally brought up with pace and bounce, and who's very good off his back foot. Just goes to show, you know, he was on top of his game.
You know, Dada, what would Hyderabad take back from this tournament? They didn't start off that well, but towards the middle, it looked like they were the team to beat. They would have probably made it to the playoffs. What is it that Hyderabad take back from IPL 8 having been knocked out now?
I think they will go back disappointed, because they were in a good position to qualify, and they had to win 1 out of the 2 to qualify, and they lost both. They lost both at home, which is going to be even more worse for them. And I think they will be disappointed. You could see that on Tom Moody's face when he walked out after the game and shook hands with the opposition. You got to do that at the end of the game. But disappointment was very clear on the face. Disappointment was very clear on Muthaiya Muralidharan's face, if you would have noticed on television. So they would go disappointed, because they had got themselves in a good position to get to the last 4.
You know, talking about the last 4, Dada, of course, with that match, the lineup for the playoffs has been decided, and it is an enticing affair out there. In the first qualifier, Chennai will play Mumbai at the Wankhede Stadium on the 19th of May. The winner of that match will qualify for the final, while the loser will play the winner of the first eliminator, which is between Rajasthan and Bangalore. That match will take place in Pune on the 20th of May. The winner of that match will get a chance to qualify for the finals, while the loser will exit from IPL 8. So obviously 2 very exciting matches out there, 3 in fact, before the finals take place at the Eden Gardens in Kolkata. You know, Dada, obviously great lineup out there. What is even more better for Mumbai with that win is that they get 2 chances, like you said, to qualify for the finals. They will play Chennai and they will play at home. So what do you make of that match? Obviously, will Mumbai go in as favourites, having had the momentum and playing at home against Chennai?
I wouldn't say so, because Chennai is a very, very good side. They have an outstanding record in the IPL. But the thing which will go for the Mumbai Indians is the momentum. Their smashing win against Sunrisers will really help them, because if you look at their performance, they really came from behind. They won most of their games. They lost 4 in a row, and then probably won 8 of the last 9. And when you win such games, and when you win 2 pressure games back to back, as they did against the Knight Riders and they did against the Sunrisers Hyderabad, 1 loss and they would have been out of the tournament. You know, when you win such games and get to the semis, you know, you really feel good about yourself. And today was a clinical effort, and when you win in such a manner, you really feel good about the side. So Mumbai will go in very, very confident. They will play at home. They can actually prepare the surface as they want, because a little bit of grass might not be too bad for Mumbai Indians, because as you know, Chennai is a side which has got a lot of spinners. Chennai will also be without Brendan McCullum, probably the most valuable player in this IPL. He will be on his way back to join the New Zealand side for the test match against England, and Michael Hussey will take his place, who hasn't had much cricket at all. So from that point of view, I think Mumbai will be in a good space. But as I say, in T20 cricket, whichever team plays well on that particular day. But for both Chennai and Mumbai, they will have two opportunities to reach the finals.
What about the second matchup, Nikhil? What do you make of that? Rajasthan having started the tournament so well, now just have one chance to qualify. If they lose to Bangalore, they are out of reckoning as far as IPL 8 is concerned. That match is being played in Pune. Bangalore have this amazing set of players. Rajasthan seem to have found their rhythm once again. Who's your favourite for that?
Well, it's an interesting battle, because both the sides, coming under a lot of heat, pressure, must win games to qualify, and they've done well. Playing in Pune, I think Dada said this I think a couple of days ago as well. I think for the Rajasthan side, if there's a little bit of pace and bounce, that will help them. But the good thing going for Rajasthan is at least that, the star batsman, Shane Watson, up the order, has come into good sort of form. He's got runs in a must-win situation. Smith needs to get some runs. In the initial period of the tournament, when they won 5 out of 5, he was the man who was firing. Rahane is due for a big one as well. He's been consistent, but just lost his form in the last couple of games. And, well, for the RCB side, 3 big guns. On which day they turn up, Radhika, then the opposition can just sit back and enjoy Gale Storm or AB de Villiers' show. So if those 2 guys fire, it'll get hard for the Rajasthan Royals. But I guess, in terms of combination, balance of the side, I think Rajasthan Royals is a little more balanced side.
Dada, that is in fact a really mouth-watering clash as well, and a lot more pressure riding on that one, because both teams know if they lose, they are out of reckoning. Who do you think will handle pressure better out of those 2 teams? Like you've mentioned earlier as well, Bangalore really haven't been able to, they sort of, if we may say, sort of choke at the stage of the tournament when they shouldn't. Who do you think will handle pressure better out of these 2 teams?
It's not easy to make such a statement at this moment, who's going to handle pressure on that particular day better than the other. You'll have to find out on that particular day. But if you look at the Rajasthan side, they've got 3 Australians, Watson, Smith and Faulkner. Came the pressure the other day at the CCI against the Knight Riders. All those 3 Aussies stood up. The Aussies looked a different side once they got to the semi-finals of the World Cup. Quarter-final, semi-final and final, it was just a one-sided affair. So these guys have the mindset of winning big tournaments. These guys have the mindset of playing under pressure, and that can help in these crucial situations. On the other side, when you look at the RCB, you've got de Villiers, who I think will be wanting to forget that World Cup semi-final in New Zealand. You've got Chris Gale, who himself is a terrific player but hasn't been part of a winning team. Virat Kohli, he himself is a terrific player but obviously lost out in the semi-finals of the World Cup. Only Mitchell Starc, who's actually made a massive difference to the side when he's come back from his injury after the first 7 games. He turned the fortunes around for the RCB. So it's these 4 Australians, Watson, Smith, Faulkner and Mitchell Starc. These 4 will be very, very key for that game. But, don't underestimate Rajasthan Royals.
Dada, who do you pick your favourites for both these encounters? So if you had to pick one between Rajasthan and Bangalore, and then Chennai and Mumbai, who would you pick to win these 2 encounters?
I think Mumbai and Rajasthan, these 2 will be my picks for the quarterfinals, for the semi-finals.
Nikhil, what about you?
But Chennai is one side that I feel that might just make it to the finals, and of course Rajasthan for me.
Rajasthan for you, and probably Chennai or Mumbai. Different opinions out there. Let us see who really makes it to the finals of IPL 8, as the group stage has gotten over and we've got the 4 teams which have qualified for the playoffs. That is all that we have in this bulletin of Lights Camera Cricket. Thanks a lot for watching.